My name is Los, and this is my testimony. I didn't really know how to start this, but God wanted me to reveal this to y'all. I've told very few people about this because a lot of people really wouldn't believe it. You know, where it started, this started years ago. I was having nightmares. Um, I kept having nightmares back to back, like for a week, around like a week. And what had happened was I woke up one day and y'all probably wouldn't believe this, but I ended up seeing a fairy in front of me. It had like some type of energy around it. I know God had to been slowing it down for me because when I woke up, I guess it was trying to run away or something. God was letting me know, or was trying to fly away, but God was letting me know that day that this is the cause of the nightmares I was having. And, like when I first woke up, I couldn't even believe it. I was looking, and it had four wings. The fairy had four wings, and it sounded like helicopters. They was going fast, but the body, other than the wings, was going slow. The wings was going fast, but the body was going slow. Like I said, it had some type of colors around it, and God was slowing it down for this appointed time. That to show me what I was dealing with when it comes to my nightmares. I'm sure people can relate to these things, but it'll help some people out there. But it kept on going. Like I said, I was looking at it, and when I was looking at it, I couldn't even believe it. I know it sounds crazy. A lot of what people would think I'm crazy. Like, man, this dude what is he smoking? What's this dude on? I was looking at it, and I even did like this, rubbing my eyes, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So as I was looking, it was like I said, it was slow, and I could hear it so loud. The wings were so loud, like the wings was loud. And, it was going slow motion, and it took a while to get to the door. But when it did get to the door, it was slowing down. It went to the door, and it went through a portal, and it disappeared. You know what I'm saying? It went through that portal, and that was in the door. That was, I guess, in the door. And, I couldn't believe it. I kid you not. I would be, y'all probably looking at the video like, man, what in the world? But it is the truth, the God honest truth that this ain't for views, this ain't for likes. This is just the truth. Just letting people know what I've experienced. Um, Fairies exist. All these creatures that the leaders of this world try to um, they try to basically make these things myth, make these things creatures that don't exist. These things are demons, from the spiritual world. And things like that's the reason they be pushing this agenda. They got things like Tinkerbell. They grow us up to like these things, to feel sad for these things. They even got music that's inside the movies, music with the movies, so they can control your mind, and make you feel for these characters. Got certain sad music and certain, make you feel for these characters. Got them singing and all this, and just to condition your minds, to they got these things on TV to condition your mind, to make you think like, because if you were to hear somebody else say these things, and I'm the example, you're gonna be like, oh man, these are movies, you know what I'm saying? These things, that's a movie, that's a cartoon, man, you know what I'm saying? So they program you, when you're young, especially if they could program when you're young, and then you grow up and see these things, and people tell you these things, so you could think that they want you to think that those people are crazy. When they tell things like this, the Bible mentions giants. It mentions the fallen angels, Enoch, the book of Enoch. These things, these books mention these things, demons. It mentions a lot of these things. Then you got things that are real in this world that many people have encountered. Mermaids. You got the giants. A lot of these things are hidden. They're coming out now. It's scriptures that's talking about all these things will come to the light. All these things will be exposed during the last days. All these things, as it was in Noah's days, it will be in the last days before Jesus comes. Things like Shrek, ogres and stuff, whatever you want to call it, orcs, off of the Lord of the Rings. Like, all these things are real. These things, a lot of these things were called Nephilims, evil spirits, demons. I wasn't gonna go too far in this, but I was just letting y'all know the truth and what's going on. God He put in my heart to tell y'all this. So I got a lot of stories. I just was waiting for the right platform, to expose these things. And TikTok has been the right platform to expose these things. Seemed like more people are tuned in. So I was just telling y'all this, and maybe somebody could relate. I've had times dealing with demons. I've seen a demon with horns on his head and with sharp teeth, and he was in the dark with red eyes. I've dealt with like a demon that seemed like he got dreads on his head, like tentacles, and God pointed me back to a Pokemon. You're dealing with ancient demons and all types of demons when it comes to Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and all these things. I was once into Pokemon and all those things, but there's certain things that I stay away from these days now. But I'm just revealing these things, and I want to say that the thing I saw, it wasn't cartoon. It looked cartoonish, just like the Pokemon. I've seen. I went back to a Pokemon named Tangler. I want to say his name is Tangler or something like that. Black right here with big eyes, but I didn't see his eyes, and then I just remembered it was like tentacles out from his head or something like that. But he kind of looked blurry, like a staticky, blurry look, And what people don't understand when it comes to the spiritual world, when it connects with the physical world, when they connect with Earth, these things seem to have statics. That's why you see movies with this TV static and all these things, because it's demons I've seen, and it seems my vision is blurred. That's why you see the Miami thing. They talking about the phones went off and all these things when these so-called these Nephilims, what they call aliens, whatever, which are demons. That's why they say the phones went off. That's why all people around the world talking about, every time we see these things, they're staticky. Oh, you don't see, it's a lot of these things are real. Some things people playing with, but it's a lot of these things are real. I'm telling you. If my vision get blurry, like I'm seeing these things, some of these things is causing my vision to be distorted. It's gonna do that with the phones. Obviously, the electricity or what is something else, the connection with the spiritual world, the physical world. It's when it comes to Earth and the spiritual world, it's like some type of distortion. And when it comes to electronics, so everything you're not gonna see clear, But I was just telling y'all my testimony. God bless y'all with wisdom and understanding.